Had these fire ants probably examining these poles and the skis for 4 days. Oh, that's where I stashed them last time. 4 work days have passed, and I'm back up May 2nd, Friday night, or the 1st. So we've had record temperatures, high temperatures in the valley, and we're talking like upper 80s, maybe 90s. For the beginning of May, it's a bit hot. Didn't bother me so much down there. It was tolerable, kind of getting used to it. But the sad thing is, the snow melted like crazy up here. I'm, half of a mile from Bishop Bowl, and I don't think I'll get anything here. Completely a different story. I brought the heavy tent this time just because that wind was pretty chilly last time, and surprisingly there's some clouds, low clouds, and probably rain falling. I'm lucky right now in the sunspot, so it was no big deal to carry it. What a crappy night and morning with a migraine headache. And I can almost guess that it was from this retarded Keurig coffee I had yesterday morning. Just one too many at work. I've been doing good with half calf, just like 2 cups. And I took that extra French roast yesterday morning, and I think it just turned my body into a caffeine sponge. It's the only explanation I have. And I'm kind of getting out of it, kind of getting over it. I had my morning half calf and some crappy Pop-Tarts and Tylenol and a half. And I've just been edging out to see what's left, and it's pretty dismal. And the snow is soft already, I think. I'm still under the weather. Just on the verge of vomiting and a headache. And I'll need to get down there for some water. I'm down to a half of a liter. And the thing is, you're never really sad about carrying an extra layer. But in this case, I'm sad I didn't. I need one more top layer. Yeah, here's one way to put a dent in a migraine headache. And that's climb up something like this. And the snow is soft. I'm shooting for the top of these boulders up here. Probably only a couple 100 feet up. And I'm just going to edge along the snow. I think I'm just going to go right above these trees here. It's a little nerve-wracking. This is the place to mess up and get your foot caught or twisted. Fantastic. Hey, even if I don't get good runs, this was a hell of a climb. There. And the way I felt this morning, I didn't think I would get anywhere near this. Just the fact that I climbed up here and have this camera is pretty fulfilling. In this direction, I'm right above North Lake. It's almost right straight down from here. My camp is right down in there. Woo! Alright. Good gravy! Here's a trick for getting up. Put your ski pole sideways. Getting more of a workout climbing out of the snow today. Hey, look! A bunny! Hey, bunny! Hey, bunny! Oh, that little cutie. I saw him. Huh? Ah! Uh-huh. Oh! Ha! Ooh. Oh! Oh, come on! Oh, yeah! This is where I get water. And this way, that might not be so bad. Oh, shit. Oh, God. Oh. Come on. It's over there. Hey, old man, wake up. Oh. Yesterday was a tough day. That climb was real nice, and you know, if I wouldn't have had to trudge through that snow, it would have been perfect. Yeah. My feet were soaking wet, and I couldn't wait to start walking on dry ground to warm up. And my gloves were just soaking wet. So, to top it off, I came back. I was filtering water right here. I've got a Sawyer squeeze filter, and this thing popped. I was squeezing it so hard it popped. It like blew up right in my face and filled the whole front of the tent with water. And that pretty much sucked because I was ready to relax. And I had to dry everything out. Luckily, this worked pretty well. I just stuck a boot underneath my tent floor and raised it up. I was getting direct sun and the breeze was going on, so it dried it out well enough. But I was pretty much just trudging around here barefoot, which wasn't half bad with all the pine needles. And then I realized I was getting pine sap on my feet, which made me kind of think, well, heck, back in the day, without shoes and stuff, it makes a good barrier, I guess. I've got a plan to relocate, not too far, and I'm curious to see how far up I'll get. It's basically Upper McGee Creek. There's some nice trees back there that I hope to get to, and just on the other side of the creek there might be some snow, and the only way I'll use it is early in the morning, and the snow time is almost over on the eastern slopes. Here it is, relocated. I'm just going to go up this way and edge over maybe 3/4 of a mile to get next to the creek, McGee Creek. Man, this was a great choice. Here I am just above McGee Creek, and we've got some good snow up here. There's a couple runs here. There's a short run back down to the parking area. And so here we are. Fabulous. It's really my second time camping up here, and I've never been up here with my skis. Holy man, this is great. And look what's right above my camp. That snowy line I'm going to have that tomorrow. Maybe today. Because the snow's still good. And over here is my water. And I'm pretty much out. Oh yeah. This is great. Look at this. It's pretty windy too. That last camp spot was kind of in a hollow and the wind cruised over the top. Give me a chance to hydrate. I wasn't hydrated yesterday. And I'll even make some tea. That's full. Good to go. Here's my camp here. It's gonna be real nice for the morning sun. Just right here. Afternoon shade. Not much more sun, I don't think, with the clouds building up. And if the sun tracks that way, more shade. Because direct sun, even though it's cold and windy, just bakes in the tent. Real happy about this one. And that wind has been gusting enough to bend these poles. I might have to anchor it a little more. I've got 2 more stakes. And I'm real happy I brought this tent. I heard the forecast for wind, so I can completely block it out. And I have my 0-degree bag. I'm set. Real nice to get out for a afternoon constitutional walk, especially, you know, in real wild places. And you find hidden coves. Rarely visited, I think, by people. And the views are stunning. All across the White Mountains. Coyote Peak over here. It's been a real hit these last 3 nights. I start with Kraft macaroni, and then this time I added some pineapple sausage, and of course Brussels sprouts, and you just kind of put them in the boiling water in that order, and the sausage adds sort of the oil. And then it's not real heavy. I make it kind of soupy with just the flavoring of the Kraft macaroni and cheese. Real tasty. Yeah, it's the next morning, and it's almost time to try that slope out. When I finish my coffee, that's when we go. It was a cold night, freezing. The water in my bottle froze. Not solid, but the top of it froze. I had to put on all my layers and was sort of tossing for the last 3 hours of the morning. And then the sun came up and everything was fine. The wind stopped, which is a nice relief right now. I could just feel that cold creeping in from these mountains. I could just feel it just like slowly creeping towards me. But it's all good. I'm going to start packing up. Here I am at the top. And it's just slightly challenging because I don't want to slide down the steep slope. But the snow it's darn near perfect right now. Oh yeah, like this. Come on, come on. Whew. You see? That's what I'm talking about. This was a little unexpected, being able to ski right back down to the motorcycle. It's perfect way to end this trip. Yeah.